welcome to episode 103 of the Confessions of a Yarn Addict podcast. Today we're going to talk about a yarn purchase that has arrived. I'm waiting for some more stuff to arrive, it hasn't arrived yet. So hoping you'll be here before today's video, but I might have to include that next week. I got some knitting to show you, I've got a new project to show you, I've got a magazine to show you, and I got some special offers to talk about and some news. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're new here, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns, I teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through our website YarnAddict.co.uk. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Commenting, liking, subscribing really helps me to build my channel, and we've had lots of new subscribers in the last couple of weeks, so if you're new here, welcome. I really appreciate you being here, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you very much as well. Okay, let me just get my notes so I try and stay on track because I haven't got a lot of time this morning. I'm filming this a day later than normal. I normally film it on a Tuesday, but I had to go to Plymouth yesterday. It was the end of my contact lens trials. If you've been following me for a while, you will know that I've been trying contact lenses since middle of December, before we went to Norway, and yeah, it's been a journey. I've tried 5 different prescriptions. None of them are anywhere close to my actual glasses prescription. I guess they started off with that, I don't know. But anyway, we've now found a contact lens prescription that I'm happy with. Am I 100% happy? No, I'm probably like 95% happy with it. But apparently that's the best I'm going to get. It's not gonna, I've been told it's not gonna look as good as wearing glasses, because I'm wearing multifocal contact lenses and varifocal glasses. And I've been told it's not going to be as good as glasses. Distance is nearly as good as my glasses, but not quite, and up close is worse than my glasses. I have to wear reading glasses, which is a bit annoying, but kind of, if I'm reading on my phone, I need to kind of hold my phone. I'm filming with my phone, but I need to kind of hold it almost like a arm length away. This is my phone case, so I can't hold it like here. I got to like stretch my arm out, but never mind. At least I have found a contact lens I'm happy with and committed to it. I'm wearing them today because I'm going to Pilates after this, so I'd like to wear contacts when I am working out. Okay, so let's get on with today's video. First, I want to say thank you very much for all the messages I got last week. We had a family bereavement last week, so because of that we've had to cancel Unravel, which starts on Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week. So I'm filming this on Wednesday, so we should have been leaving for Unravel tomorrow. And because of that, I've done a special offer for my website and my online courses and my patterns, because obviously pulling out of a show last minute, you lose a lot of money. We've lost money on the fees for the show. We have lost money for the hotel, although because I didn't book a non-refundable fee, which I normally do, mainly because if we get COVID, I have to cancel, I can get my money back. But I made a mistake this time because I was in a bit of a hurry when I booked it. And I've spoken to Travelodge, which is who I booked through on this, so we can change it. We can pay £10 and change it. So I've got to call them today and change it. Bit annoying, but never mind. So won't be going to Unravel, and obviously it's a big loss of income and money. So if you were planning to buy from us at Unravel, or if you wouldn't be able to attend Unravel but you like all my stuff anyway, I have got a special offer for you. So you can get 10% off my online courses, which includes continental knitting, finishing techniques for knitters, stranded colourwork and steeking. It's actually called Scandinavian stranded colourwork and steeking, which is barrel knitting and steeking, where you cut your knitting. Successful lace knitting, successful brioche knitting, and successful socks. They're all listed on my website at YarnAddict.co.uk. 10% off until the 1st of March. I'll give you the code in a minute. And 10% off all purchases from our website. So I have yarn kits, my books, beaded lace knitting and easy lace knits. I've ordered more of the beaded lace knitting, especially for Unravel, because I haven't had it in stock for the last year. So that's a bit annoying because I could have ordered less knowing I'm not going to Unravel. I got more beads last week. I got some notions, lots of yarn obviously, and I'm going to list some more Glamour Clutch and Colour Clutch. So let me just show you what they look like. So the Glamour Clutch, if you're new here, that's the Glamour Clutch, and there's this pink version, and I have a purple version which is downstairs, which I use quite a lot. And then the Colour Clutch is a colourwork pattern. I have a purple and grey one as well, which is downstairs because I use that a lot. So I will list some more kits for those as well, because I think most of the kits I listed have been sold out, and I couldn't list any more because I didn't have the beads. And now I got the beads, I'm going to list some more of those. I'm struggling a bit with my hair today. I'm not 100% happy with it since my last haircut, but anyway. So, and then you can also get 25% off all my patterns on Ravelry and PayHip. So the code for all that is the same code for all of it, Unravel 24, all uppercase, all one word. So Unravel, UNRAVEL 24, all uppercase. I'll put the code on the screen as well, and all the details will be below this video where it says show more or more. I've noticed a lot of people are putting all those notes in like the first comment as well, so I might try and see if I can do that in the first pinned comment. So 10% off online courses, 10% off my website, 25% off all my patterns, valid until the 1st of March. I always set the discount to expire the day after I tell you it's valid till, so you can actually probably use it on the 2nd of March as well, because I normally set it to expire on the 2nd, a day later, so that if I mess up like time zones and stuff, I don't have to worry about it. So it's actually valid to the 2nd of March, but let's say 1st of March just to be on the safe side. Yeah, if you want interest in that, I'll put all the links below, or you can also find all the links on my website, YarnAddict.co.uk. Okay, enough promo. My next show will be Wonderwall, which will be in Wales, mid Wales, both Wales and mid Wales. So last week in April, 27th, 28th, something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll put the link below. Anyway, next thing I'm going to show you is magazine design. So the new issue of the Knitting magazine, issue 199, arrived a couple of days ago. Love that design on the cover. Isn't that gorgeous? That is by, who's that? Oh, it's by Mary Henderson. She does lots of Fair Isle stuff, but that's just gorgeous. My design has made an appearance there. I actually have a separate video. I have a video scheduled for Tuesday, which I'll talk about later. So probably it may be next Thursday, it may be the week after, but I will have a video, separate video coming up talking about that particular pattern. But let's just have a quick look at the photos of it. In that video, I'll also do like a flick through of this magazine. Oh, that's gorgeous. I've just seen a shawl, which is absolutely stunning. They got some really nice stuff in this issue. I wasn't home much yesterday. I think it arrived on Monday, but I wasn't home a lot yesterday, so I haven't really looked at it a lot yet because of just time. Where's my design? Oh, there it is. Okay. So it's always a challenge to try and show you this without showing you the pattern. I don't think this part of the pattern shows you much anyway. So that's the back of it. If you let it drop down the back of your shoulders a bit, it kind of creates like a V-neck on the back, which I really like. And this one actually fits me, I think. So when the sample comes back, I can actually wear it, which I'm quite excited about because that doesn't happen often. So it's basically knitted in, there we go, that's a, oh, this has got cover over the chart. So that's the front of it. It's basically one large back piece and then two front pieces, which are half the size of the back. And then they're sewn together at the shoulders, not the side seam. So you're basically just knitting 3 rectangles. It has an all-over lace pattern, so even if you're fairly new to lace knitting, because there's no complicated shaping or anything, it's really good pattern for people who are new to lace knitting or somebody who's experienced lace knitter who just wants something quick and easy. So that's the front, and that's shown from the side, shown the back. And where's the main photographs? It's called Sea Lavender. Oh, those are the main photos. Okay. These are the main photos. Kind of matches my nails. So absolutely love it. Gorgeous colour. It's kind of cross between a shawl and a cardigan. Are we calling it a shawl again? Wrap-again? I don't know. Anyway, shawl and a cardigan, kind of cross. So the yarn I knitted it in is Cascade Yarns, and it is 4-ply, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 400 meters per 100 grams, and the shade is Dusky Orchid. So really pleased with that. I will do a separate video because I have a video that I recorded before I sent the sample off, so I will add some stuff to that where I show you the pictures of the magazine and also some other stuff in this magazine, and that will be out next week, I think. So that is the Knit magazine, 199 in the shops today, I think. This week on Tuesday I released a video where I basically knitted a swatch for a new design, and when I blocked it, it was quite late in the evening, I noticed that I dropped like a bunch of stitches. Well, I probably just dropped one stitch, but it was a decrease. It unraveled all the way down. So I just thought, I haven't got time to fix it now. It's just a swatch, who cares? So I just blocked it. And then when I took the photograph for the design submission, I just cropped out the where I'd messed up. And then next day I thought, well, let's do a video where I show how to fix it. Because I'd cast off and everything. So I did a video, and that video is out on Tuesday this week. So if you want to watch that, I'll link below, and I'll link it at the end of this video as well. On Tuesday next week, I'm going to do a video. I've scheduled a video reviewing the Ho He & Co. Bag that I got recently. When I uploaded the video, I think it was a few days ago, over the weekend maybe, Saturday maybe, when I uploaded it, I put it to schedule, because you can choose various options whether to publish it or keep it private or unlisted or schedule it. And I know I'd chosen to schedule it, but when it finished uploading, it immediately went live. I noticed it probably about 10 minutes or so after it'd gone live, so I quickly changed it to schedule. So some of you have seen it, because some just messaged me and said they saw it and they want to watch it, but when they went back to watch it, they can't find it. So that video will be out on Tuesday. I'm thinking about maybe pushing it off for another week so I can do the talking about the design in the Knitter magazine, but I will see. I may not have a podcast episode next week for reasons I will explain in a minute. So it might be Ho He video on Tuesday and the Knitter magazine video on Thursday next week, because I don't know if I'm going to have enough to show you in the podcast next week, so we might skip a week. Anyway, we'll talk about that when we talk about my knitting. So let's talk about knitting. I have been working on, well, I'm mostly this week been working on the deadline design. So I have a deadline end of next week. Deadline is next Friday, so I've got to post it on Thursday, so I've got to finish it by Wednesday. It's Wednesday today, so I've got 8 days, I guess, to finish it. And I have half the garment left in it. So I finished the first half yesterday, and I have worked out how many repeats. So 4-row repeats is fairly easy to work out. So I've worked out how many repeats I need to knit a day. So I need to knit 7 repeats a day. I'm going to try and aim for 8 repeats a day, and I did time myself. I think it was Sunday or Monday, Sunday maybe, where I timed myself how long it would take me to knit 8 repeats. Well, I think I timed myself for 2 hours. So I would put my phone on the timer, knitted, and then if I took a break to get a drink, get food, go to the toilet, scroll on Instagram, you know, whatever, I paused the timer, and then I started again when I picked up my needles. So it's the actual knitting time, and it took me 2 hours to knit 8 repeats. That was in stocking stitch. The rest of the garment is not in stocking stitch. It will take me slightly longer probably. So that's my priority over the next week, and because of that I probably won't have an awful lot of time for other knitting unless I manage to finish it early. I might get to a point where if I find I've managed to do like 9 or 10 repeats one day, where I reward myself with a little bit of other knitting in the evening, but we'll see. But I need to really focus this week and get this thing done, because I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed this week. I've got some stuff for a workshop next week that isn't quite finished yet. nearly finished. I'm going to finish it today, and then I'm waiting for some more yarn to arrive for a second sample. So I also have to knit that. I don't need to knit the second sample if I don't have time, but I want to. But it's just been a lot lately. Everything that's been going on a personal level and with deadlines. I have another deadline next week, and the yarn hasn't even arrived yet. But I've been given an extension for that one, so that's okay. So I'm going to focus on finishing this main deadline for next week, and then the other deadline. So there may not be, and I got a 2-day workshop at the end of next week, so I'll be away for 2 days. So there may not be a video this week. In some ways, I'm quite glad. In some way, I mean, I'm upset about pulling out from Unravel because I like Unravel. I haven't done it since 2019, and shows have changed a lot. Shows started changing before COVID, but since the start of COVID, they've changed even more. Sales are nowhere like what they used to be. Like 2017, 2018, I think, was my best years in terms of sales at shows, and it's gone downhill since. It improved a little bit. Worst year was 2021, where I only did Unravel, I think. Yes, 2022 was a little bit better. 2023 was a little bit better, but I kind of feel like we're going to plateau and stay at that level for a while because there's just so many shows. So I was excited to do Unravel because it always used to be my best show, and I didn't get in 2020 and 2021. 2020 went ahead. 2021 it got cancelled anyway. Then I didn't apply for 2022, I don't think, or did I? Definitely didn't apply for 2023, so I was quite excited to have gotten in. So I'm quite upset about pulling out for that reason, but I'm also quite kind of relieved because I got too much of this deadline knitting, and if I was doing a 3-day show this weekend, even with knitting in the car and in the hotel in the evenings, I would really struggle because it's not something I could knit at on the stall. Maybe at the end of the day when it's really quiet, but not really when there's lots of people around. So I'm kind of relieved we're not going because I was really worried about this deadline. Anyway, that's been sorted now, so I've still got to knit a lot, but I have been knitting a little bit else. So I have done a little tiny bit on my sweaters. I think my lilac sweaters. I can't remember what I showed you last week. I think I think I was about to do the neckline last week. I'm not going to try it on that because I got a black t-shirt under there because I'm going to Pilates soon. Got to keep an eye on the time. I did the neckline. It was too tight, so I undid a few rows, but I haven't tried it on since then. But it looks fine. I'm not sure why it was too tight, unless I made this neckline shallower than the other one, which I didn't think I'd done. But I haven't actually compared the two sweaters either, because I did make the armhole a lot shallower. Finished the first sleeve. I think I was nearly there last week. Picked up stitches for the second sleeve, and I've done that much. So from there, no, hang on. Let's just hold this properly. So yeah, from here you can kind of see the seam there. Not really a seam because it's pickup. So from here, that's the bit I've done. So not a lot. I haven't worked on it for a few days because I've been trying to focus on this deadline design. But once I finish this deadline design, I'm going to try and finish this. I wanted to try and finish it before the end of February. I don't think that's going to happen, but definitely want to try and finish it before I go to Norway in 3 weeks. Other project I've been working on, I also talked about last week. I haven't worked on this a lot. Last week I was talking about having to add in another colour, which obviously I knew I was going to do because I only had one skein of this. I don't know whether I talked about this last week, but I actually messaged Pixie Yarn, whose yarn this is, and asked if she had more of this colourway, this main colourway. But she doesn't because it was an Advent colourway from, I guess because I bought it last year, I guess it must have been her Advent from 2022. So last week, I think I showed you that I added in this skein, which I think is called Après Midi, which I really like, and I think that goes okay with the other yarn. Yes, there's obviously a contrast, but I quite like that. But then I've only got one skein of that colourway, which is, let me just get them out, which is that colourway. Quite like that. And then, but originally I've actually planned to use this colourway. So I, on the one of the fronts, I added in that colourway to see. Originally my plan was to use this colourway, and then I had some of the mini skein sets from Pixie Yarn's kind of equinox solstice monthly club thing last year. So this bright pink here is part of a set. Where is it? Let's see. That includes these 3 colorways. There was a 5th colorway, but I used that for swatching, so I got these 3. And then there was another set called Spring Equinox. I got the solid set, which I thought that would go okay with that, because it's similar kind of colors. There's also, I also got a sparkle set, so that's the same set, but it's a sparkly base, and it's speckled. So that's solid, that's speckled. I prefer the speckled because I think the speckled will go better with this yarn, because this isn't solid, obviously. But I'm not sure about the glitter. I like the glitter, but I'm not sure about the glitter in here. Originally when I bought this, I was going to combine these two and do a shawl. And then I also got, I didn't get the, so this was the summer set, I think. And then I got the, I didn't get the autumn one because it was kind of more oranges and reds, which I don't like. But I got the, and then she did a winter one, which I didn't get. But I did get the Yule solstice one, which kind of goes with that one, and maybe not, probably goes better with that one. Anyway, so that's all the yarn I have. I was going to have a look at my stash, but I haven't had time yet to see if I have any other yarns that look like they are the same base that goes with the colours. At the moment, I'm not quite sure what to do, so I would like your opinion, please, because I won't be working on this for the next few days anyway. I'm not going to pick this up again until I finish that deadline sweater. So shall I go with this one, Après Midi, or shall I go with, where is it? Is it gone? Oh, there we go. Or shall I go with that colour, which I think I got that at Stitch Fest in Devon in November 2022. So I think that was her birthday 2022 colourway. So for her like business birthday. So that was also like a one-off. I emailed her and said, did she have any more of this purple? And she said no, because it was an advent colourway, so it was a one-off thing, and this was just like a one-off. So I think I may have also asked her about this one, but I can't remember. But I think they're all one-offs. At the moment there is no yarn on her website because she's going to East Anglia Yarn Festival in March, so she's dying for that. So there's no yarn on her website at the moment. But I might wait till her website is back up and running and see what yarns are there. I was hoping to kind of finish this before I go to Norway, so I don't know. At the moment I'm kind of undecided about what to do and how to proceed, but I can't work on this at the moment anyway because I have deadlines, as we've established. So let me know what you would do. Do you think mixing all these colours together is crazy and you wouldn't do it anyway, and you think I should rip it out and start again? That's not going to happen, but let me know what you think. Okay, how are we doing time wise? Okay, so next let's talk about, so that's all the, oh no, that's not all the knitting I've done. Okay, so I also cast on for a new project this week. When I finished my hat last week, this one, which was my kind of out and about easy knitting project, I haven't worn that hat because it hasn't really been that cold, so I haven't worn it yet. I'm hoping I'll get a chance to wear it when I go to Norway in March, 3 weeks, because it should still be fairly cold. I think yesterday my mum said it was around 0, so if it drops below that I should be able to wear it. When we were in Norway over Christmas, it got towards the end of our holiday and I hadn't been into my mum's local yarn shop yet, and I do a lot less yarn shopping when Simon's there, by the way, and he was there, and I do a lot less yarn shopping. Sometimes if I go shopping with my dad, grocery shopping, the yarn shop is in the same shopping centre, so sometimes when he goes into the grocery store I will say, I'll just pop upstairs to the yarn shop and then I'll meet you in in the supermarket, but I didn't do that this time. So last couple of days maybe, I said I want to pop in there and have a look. So we popped in, and there was loads of stuff I could have bought, but there wasn't really any stuff I was like desperate to buy. But she has some really nice sock yarn, and I wanted some thicker socks, some more like DK sock yarn. So I got a ball, and then my husband chose a ball as well, because he said he'd like a pair of socks. So he chose some yarn as well, and the yarn he chose was this yarn, which I wound up into a ball. I wound it up into 250-gram balls. So the yarn is Dalagan, and it's called warm sock yarn. Well, it's called varm sock yarn. Varm in Norwegian means warm. Varm sock yarn from Dalagan, which is a Norwegian company. 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon. And it is, hang on, 260 meters per 100 grams. Now, most of the time when I bought DK sock yarn, it's been like 150-gram ball. This is only 100 grams. It's only 260 meters. And I don't know if I've done socks with just that little yarn. And obviously I only have this colorway, so that's why I split it in two. And I'm doing the socks from the toe up using 3.5mm needles, so you get a slightly firmer tension. I'm doing a rib pattern, and I'm doing the toe up because I want to see, obviously I want to make sure I have enough yarn for the legs, for the foot. My husband is a size 9, I'm a size 8, so our feet are nearly the same. And then when we get to the leg, I'll see how far I get up the leg. My husband doesn't mind fairly short socks. I quite like slightly longer socks, but that's fine. So I've knitted this. I cast on one evening last week and knitted the toe, and then I knitted a little bit on it when we were out on Sunday. We went to a coffee shop and I knitted a little bit on it then. It knits up very quickly. I'd like to try and finish these before I go to Norway in 3 weeks. I'm not taking them to Norway with me. I'll probably cast them for another pair of socks to take to Norway with me when I go in 3 weeks. Okay, so that's all the knitting I've done this week, but I've also had a yarn purchase arrive. So let me just find it. Okay, so I ordered this in January, and I knew that it was, because I think it was a dye to order colorway, so I knew that there would be a delay, but apparently the delay was slightly longer than I think the dyer had planned. Because she sent me a little set of stitch markers as a thank you, saying sorry for the delay, and then sent me a little set of stitch markers. I didn't actually realise there was much of a delay, but anyway. So those are really pretty, kind of Valentine's themed ones. There's like a heart with a key on it, a heart with a like a lock to put the key in, and then like a letter. So those are really cute. Really like those. I haven't put them in my notions tin because I wanted to show you. So those are really cute. So this is from the Botanical Yarns. I also ordered, she had these pouches, like see-through iridescent ones, which I really liked. I like bags and I like pouches. So this is like a long one. Do I know what I'm going to use it for? No. This would probably be ideal for things like double-pointed needles, needle tips, things like that. So it does unclip at the back, which I didn't realise. And then it clips on the front, so you can actually clip it like all the way like that. Not sure where you would, but you just clip them back. I really like this kind of stuff. It's really good fun. So I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I might use it for some stuff when I'm traveling. I was thinking I might just use it for like a thing to go in my travel bag when I'm traveling, to put things like tissues and antibacterial wipes and stuff like that in, rather than specifically for knitting. Maybe I'll put my contact lenses and stuff in there, I don't know. And then I also got this one, which is a little tiny one. This one is like flat almost. There's not a lot of space in that one. This one, it has like a, I don't know what you call it, box space? I don't know. And it opens here. So I guess the idea is to put like notions and stuff in there. And then it has a little handle there. It's like iridescent see-through. I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but I thought they were really cute, so I got them. And then I also got this yarn. So this is DK Superwash, 75% merino, 25% nylon, 225 grams, no, 225 meters per 100 grams. It's called Viva Magenta. I don't know why I ordered it, what I planned for it, but I do like it, but it doesn't look quite as bright as I expected it to be, but I do still like it, and I'm not sure what to use it for. Okay, so I think that is it for today. Like I said, I don't know if there's going to be a video next week. Well, there will be a video next week, but it may not be a podcast. It just depends on how much knitting I get done. I can't show you my deadline project, which is most of the knitting I've done this week. Can't show it to you because it would give away too much of the design, and I need to finish that. I haven't asked if there's any chance for extension, because I don't really want an extension, because I want to get it finished, because I've got other stuff I want to finish before I go to Norway. I really want to finish it. I might talk next week about what I'm thinking about taking with me to Norway in terms of knitting. I've got some ideas, so I might do that next week. But we'll see. This depends on how next week pans out. So maybe 2 weeks in the next podcast, but there will be a video next week. So Tuesday this week was how to fix your lace knitting when you drop a lot of stitches and you block it. And this next week on Tuesday, it will be a review of my Hohe bag. And something else, but I don't know what yet. Thank you very much for watching. I feel like this video was a little bit chaotic, probably because I'm recording on a different day. I know I've got to go to Pilates soon, and it's just been, I've felt really scattered in the last few weeks. I haven't really felt, I felt like the whole of February has been a bit scattered. January was very busy. I was catching up after our holiday, because I had nearly 2 weeks in Norway, and then a week, the first week in January, off as well. So I had nearly 3 weeks off. So I was catching up from that, and then I had 2 workshops, and then I had 1 workshop beginning of February, I think. And then we got COVID, and then the news about this family member who was very, very seriously ill. And then we had 2 weeks of it being up and down. She got better, she got worse, and then she passed away a week ago. And it's just been a lot. So February has not been a good month. I've struggled to focus. I felt really scatty. And I'm glad for February to be over, and hopefully I will be able to focus more in March, although I'm going a whole day for 12 days. Looking forward to seeing my parents and going with my daughters, so that'll be exciting. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you very much for joining me. Apologies if I sounded a bit scatty and distracted today. Just struggling to focus at the moment, but I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing and leave me a comment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.